Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online. If you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate if you'd purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be taking a look at a Rolex Datejust 31. This one is actually technically new in the year 2021 as of when we're making this video, and quite interestingly, not much has changed between the older, the 178240, this one being the 278240. Basically, not much has changed except the movement. I'll be going over that toward the end of the video, but first I'll be going over the case, the bezel, the dial, the crown functions, as well as the bracelet on this Rolex Datejust 31 with the blue Roman dial with a smooth domed steel bezel, all steel construction here with the Oyster Bracelet. Again, the reference number for this one, 278240, new for 2021. And quite interestingly, I actually do very much like this color blue. It's something that is very hard to replicate and just absolutely beautiful. But anyway, I'll get to that when I get to that. Starting off with the case, you do have 31 millimeters from finger to thumb between the 2 and 8 o'clock positions of the case. You have 31 millimeters, same as the 10 to 4 o'clock position, same distance, same diameter of 31 millimeters. You have the monoblock middle case with the screw down case back and the Rolex winding crown to ensure water resistance down to 100 meters or 330 feet below sea level. Altogether, you have a nice high polish, all made in oyster steel, being Rolex's own proprietary blend of the highest grades of steel in terms of strength and other minerals to create that very, very highly lustrous and very beautiful reflective surface on there of the basically the best high polish you can possibly get out of steel. Evident on the front of the case here as tapering down with the lugs, and on the case sides as well, as you can see. Same finish as you can find on the steel domed bezel, also made of oyster steel, same exact material, just in a different shape here. Nicely done on the bezel there, and when you look at it face on, it gives it kind of an interesting glowing look to that dial. And speaking of which, when it comes to this dial, basically nothing comes close to the very depth to which that the blue really shows up, and the highest tints of the lightest blues there with all the tones in between. This one is an excellent blue color when it comes to that sun ray or the sunburst pattern, thanks to the guilloche patterning on this Rolex dial. It's absolutely beautiful and something that you don't see very often, especially on a 31 millimeter Rolex Datejust, but here, very, very beautiful and quite highly desired, I would say, if I say so myself. Sitting on the very front of this dial, we have the Roman numeral hour marks, also in 18 karat white gold, matching that of the Rolex crown logo at the 12 o'clock position, and the hands all center mounted, also in 18 karat white gold, made to basically prevent the tarnishing of the dial elements here so that it lasts basically for forever, basically. Also, we have a small date aperture at the 3 o'clock position, nice and big under that Cyclops lens, which is part of the sapphire crystal, nice and scratch resistant, so you have a clear view into the dial at all times. And when it comes to setting the watch, rather simple. Just simply unwind the crown at the 3 o'clock position. This allows you to wind the watch at the first position for the winding crown. So if you're at a dead stop, about 20 to 30 full winds gets you to the full power reserve. Rather simple there. And when you feel the resistance and damping starting to ramp up, that's when you know you can stop winding because you've reached the full power reserve. Rather simple. Pull the crown out to the next position. This allows you to quick set the date by rotating it not clockwise but counterclockwise, about a quarter turn to advance the date by 1. And that's very specific to these smaller Datejusts, the 28s and 31s, that have the counterclockwise rotation to the quick set date. It's basically unrestricted rapid setting, so you can basically do this at any time of the day, even close to midnight, no damage to the movement. All right. Pull the crown out to the final position, and note that the seconds hand does in fact stop there, giving you the hacking function, so you can then set the minute hand and by extension the hour hand precisely to where they need to go based on the current time and the position of that seconds hand. However, there's no minute track on this dial, but you can actually see the rehaut, the engraving of the name Rolex in the inner bezel along the walls of the steel. And so all you can do all you need to do is just simply line it up based on the position of the letters in Rolex, which denote each minute. And you can actually set it that way, synchronize it up to an atomic clock, press the crown back in, and watch that seconds hand start up once more. Screw the crown back tightly against the case to ensure the superior water resistance. Now, what makes all of this work on the inside is the 2236 made in-house by Rolex. The 2236 caliber, you can't see it through the case back, but you do have that solid steel as added protection. It features the ±2 second per day time differential after casing, giving you the superlative chronometer certification as printed on this and every Rolex dial. You also have the center hour, minute, and seconds hands with the instantaneous date with rapid setting, basically unrestricted as well, and stop seconds for precise time setting. All of those features I had just demonstrated using the winding crown previously. The oscillator on the inside features a Siloxy hairspring in silicon and also Paraflex shock absorbers. So what does that mean? That means you can get relatively close to circuitry and magnets, anything producing electromagnetic interference potentially, and you can also take physical bumps here and there, and none of that will have any effect on the movement on the inside. You'll be keeping track of time just fine. You also have a bidirectional self-winding perpetual rotor center mounted on the inside of this watch, allowing you to basically, let me adjust my angle here, so you can basically continue to wear this watch without actually having to wind it. Just wind it once using the winding crown and just wear it on your wrist. The natural movements of your wrist will actually allow that perpetual rotor to spin in place, which then charges the mainspring barrel, which powers the power reserve. For this watch, up to 55 hours of power. Rather small compared to the current generation of 72 plus hour power reserves, or even the 3-day manual winds from other brands. But when it comes to the Datejust 31 being the newer movement for the year 2021, this is actually quite good. 55 hours, you can basically set it down very late Friday evening. You can pick it up nice and early Monday morning the following week. You may need to wind the watch, but just give it a nice wind Sunday evening. You'll be back in business no time. Just wear it all day Monday, and you'll be back to the full power reserve. While I'm zoomed out here, you can also see the bracelet here, the Oyster Bracelet, flat 3-piece links across with the high polish center links, complete with my fingerprints, of course, with the outer links also being made of the same material, all oyster steel here, but with a satin brush finish to really diffuse the light and give it a very different finishing look there. All right, you also have a nice high polish along their sides and satin brush finishing underneath. Gives it a nice and comfy feel on the wrist. You have the Oyster folding clasp here. Just simply lift the top to open it up, unhook it. You have the full Rolex logo there with a full steel construction. And the added benefit of the Oyster folding clasp, which is only on the Oyster bracelet version, not the Jubilee for the Datejust 31s, but here you have the Easy Link 5mm extension, which basically means that if you have your watch sized perfectly to your wrist will occasionally swell throughout the day and contract back to its normal size. So when that ever happens, just simply reach under here, pull it straight out, and it gives you another half Oyster link, or basically 5mm of comfort extension. So you can continue to wear your watch when your wrist swells. Imperceptible to other people, but you will certainly feel it if you have this watch sized snug to your wrist. When you no longer need it, just simply fold it back in on itself. Press it back into the clasp, nice and easy. While I'm here, I can also try it on and give you my thoughts as to how it wears on my wrist. 7 inches in circumference. All right, and well, if you know me from this channel, you'll know that 36 is the optimal size for me, so 31, pretty small. And honestly, with the way that the Roman numerals are laid out here, very, very close together, but if you have a smaller wrist, this would be a much better size for you. So smaller than 6 inches, and maybe 5.5, even 5 inches in circumference for your wrist size, you can definitely wear this much better than I can. But looking straight on, face on, you get plenty of that blue, even though the Roman numeral hours are kind of big. They take up a lot of space on here, just visually speaking. But the blue is basically the big backdrop to the main show here, and I dare say it actually is itself the main show here, because that blue, absolutely deep and absolutely beautiful. Looking straight down the wrist here, hardly any space under the lugs, well, basically zero space under the lugs, but not an issue because the Oyster bracelet here, even though it's a bit on the sportier side, basically has zero tolerance among the links. So for the entire lifetime of the watch, you can wear this and it will vent your wrist very nicely, while giving you the added comfort of that Rolex construction there on the bracelet. It feels very good on the wrist. It vents the wrist very nicely, and basically it will never pinch your skin, never pull hairs out. So no risk of, you know, unwanted pain or weird tingling sensations on there. All right, so basically that's all I have to say about this watch. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Is it too big for you, too small? Maybe it's just right. Let us know down in the comments below. Be sure to leave a like on this video as it helps us out. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch or any other watch, visit our store at jazztime.com. Links in the description below where you can find this watch and any other watch, used, new, discontinued, whatever. You can find it at the website and the link down below, down in the show notes. And be sure to put in your order there. And if this one happens to sell, we don't have another one, we'll find another one for you. No problem. Thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video. Click on it and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.